Happy rails to you. Welcome back, my friends. Happy rails to you. It's good to see you again. Thanks for watching the channel and the videos. Sometimes they go real fast and sometimes they're slow. Happy rails to you. Thanks for watching. Hi guys, and welcome back. This is GMan, My World 67. Welcome back to part 2 of my own version of the Galloping Goose, which I call the Flying Duck. As you can see, I've got window front and back glass in my model. Again, you can see my tailpiece, and I'm going to change this today. And I changed my front end. I moved it back further, so my front wheels are back further in under the wheel wells. I still have to build my cow catcher or my pusher, but and I made headlights in the grill for this using made the grill using plastic polyester from Evergreen scale models, and made these headlights out of small scones that I had, plastic scones, and drilled a hole through the front side of the radiator, or the back side of the radiator, and used a wire from a paper clip. Let's see, I've got the paper clip right here, and I cut the wire off of this paper clip and went from here to this, into this fender, to here, into this fender, through the scones. I filled the scones with good old hot glue, and then I painted them white, made them to be raised on the ends. Okay, so basically the motor car itself is done, except for this piece. And as I said, I'm going to make an alteration back here, so I'm going to shorten it just a little bit. Also, I went ahead and filled in my wheel wells. Again, I used hot glue to do that. Also, I'm going to change the location of my motor. And I thought about that before I did it, but I thought I was going to be able to put a working truck back here on the end. But I've tried single truck, and I've tried the 4-wheel truck, the 2-wheel dolly truck, and nothing really works This engine will go around a 027 track, just pretty as you please. On a 032, that rear trailing truck will probably work better. But on the 027, it will not work. It just derails. So we're going to have to leave that truck off. And if I'm going to do that, I'm going to go ahead and move this motor back a little further to more center the wheels on the box, the freight car. Okay. So I'm going to get busy with that, and I'm going to cut this off first, and then come back and we're going to work on it. Drill the hole, put the screw back in, down in for a pin, and then we'll get to work on cutting this back. All right. Okay, so we're back. And I've cut this end down. You can see. Drilled the hole, put the screw back in, ground this off, and I'm going to repaint this. I'm not going to paint it right now. We'll paint it toward the end. And so it's ready. Put it right there. Now we're going to take this apart. Bear with me, guys. My right hand's still not working properly, so. Have to change screwdrivers. Sometimes got to go bigger to persuade it. Okay. There it goes. It's a good tight fit. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to cut this back to about here. And then we're going to have to make another lock-in for it. We're going to cut this back to about here. And that'll give us more balance and bring our wheels back a little further. So, here we go. Cut this one back a little bit further. Straighten it up a little bit. There we go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bend this over. And the cutting wheel makes the metal hot, so it gets it pretty warm, so it makes it easier to bend. We're going to bend that over. That saves me having to use that shim plate that I had used before that fell on the floor. Which was okay, but keep it uniform. All right. So it's a chilly day here today. It was right at freezing last night. It's probably about 58 now, maybe 60. So it's warming up a little bit. There we go. All right. Oh, yeah. We're going to trim out a little bit on this side. Trim out just a little bit on this side. The reason why we did that is because this sits right above the wheels, and we brought it back further and made it sit a little further back above the wheels. So I'm going to keep it as accurate as equal as we can. Trim a little more off of this one. There we go. Looks good, looks good. And of course, as I said, we're going to have to make another. So it's going to have to be a little longer. And find my piece of cutout. I think there it is right there. That's not quite long enough, so we'll have to use something else. All right, we're going to use this piece. This and one other piece, I think, is about twice as big as this. And I think I've got one more piece that's about twice as big as that. Is all I've got left of my my tin siding, steel siding. So we're gonna think. Yeah, I can't quite bend it in half. But we're going to cut this down, shape it up, and use it to make our new lock-in. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. So, got it. Shake, got it cut. A little cut right here that I don't like. It's kind of right in the bend, and eventually that could break. So I have to make another plate for it eventually. Right now, though, I'm going to take a little bit of my trusty glue, and we're going to get as much of that in that hole as we can, and over that hole, or that crack. Set it down there for a moment. I'm going to take some masking tape. Now this is something you can do if you've got a bend or a little crack in anything. You can, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it was like it was starting to crack right there, because there was a seam that was once put down through here, and straightened it out. And so what we're going to do, we're going to take a piece of tape after we put on the glue, and then we're just going to wrap around it a couple of times. Now we'll strengthen it. And we shouldn't have any problems out of it. So there's not really any movement on it. Okay, that should be good. Any more tape in that, that's a waste of tape. So yeah, there's no movement on it. So it should be good. Put that back down in there. Just getting our little stubborn screw out of here. Bring it over. Put it in this one. Away we go. Hope everyone's doing okay today. You're having a blessed day, a good day. I am. I'll tighten this up real good. Okay. Now, I'm going to take pliers right here on these ends. I'll bend them up a little bit. The reason why we do that is because that helps to keep the motor where we want it. And it'll allow it to shift a little bit. Still above our wheels, and it looks good. All right, so we've got that built. Once again, I want to do one other thing here. Take a little contact adhesive. I put this little plastic plate under the wiring because there's sections of the wiring that's kind of bare right there. And that little motor probably won't run long enough to get too hot at one time, but I don't want the wiring. It's actually a poor design they did. I'll have to say that as much as I love Marx and I appreciate everything that they built, there's some things sometimes, like with all manufacturers, and you miss a thing or two and you don't really think too much about it because it doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem. And just think how old That was a Mark's hand car motor. And so think how old that hand car motor is. It's about at least 60 years old. Yeah, 50 to 60 years old. So, and it still runs. So, you know, good deal. All right. It's just that the way they brought it across the bridge there, dangerous. All right, here we go. Now we got a little too much weight up. But that moved it back. Give us a little more balance. This is a little too short now, so when it pulls down on it, there's no weight here in the back. No counterbalance for the front. So that's something we'll have to work on. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to put some weight on the back end of this car. And don't want to put too much weight. That's a lot of weight. See what happens. Oops. Stand up. Sorry, guys. That might work. All right, guys. We're going to end this video right here for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you all are enjoying the videos. And we're going to be doing part 3, which I believe is going to be the completion of the flying duck. And so keep watching. I'm going to close it down for this evening and pick it up tomorrow, work a little more on it, get that weight on it, and see if we can't get everything tuned up and buttoned up. We'll put the finishes touches on it in the third video. And until then, if you enjoy working on your trains, refurbishing, remodeling, custom work, working on your layout, doing scenery, building it, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, if it's working on model cars, play sets, collecting the old Mark's play sets, the Ideal, and all those guys, that's great. If it's crocheting and knitting, drawing, whatever it is, you should have happy rails, especially if you enjoy doing what you do half as much as I do. Until then, remember, Jesus Christ is Lord, and God loves you, and so do I. Happy rails until next time. Bye-bye.